So, hello everyone, good evening. How are you? So, I have started the poll and I asked the students that what they actually want, how they actually want to prepare for the last moment for exam, which is going to be held by next month. So, majority of the students now want, like most of the students, not majority, mostly the percentage is too high. They wanted me to bring the unit-wise mock test. So from today, we are going to start the unit-wise mock test each Sunday or Saturday. I'll try to bring more than 100 questions unit-wise, and also not only that, unit-wise, but MCQs, MCQs with detailed explanation. Because this is the last moment, they do not have to go through all the units, whatever if they try it's difficult. So if already they have been prepared, or they have prepared and they have been preparing till now, so it's better that they should start preparing now by focusing only the MCQs for each level, each type. Like we have tricky, we have easiest, we have moderate. So by focusing on the MCQs with detailed explanation, it will also help them to clarify all the related concept. Okay, so by solving one question, you will have a lot of uh, clarification, whether it's about the year, the writer, their specific country, origin, everything. So that's why MCQs and unit wise mock test. This is how we are going to now start. Okay. So today's class, we will have a Unit 1 drama MCQs, and apart from that, this is the mock test. Okay, this is the mock test. If any of you want, and if you find that the level of the questions are good, so you can just comment and tell me that, ma'am, please add the explanation and share the PDF. Then I will do that. Okay, you just have to let me know. You have to inform me. So with this, with this information, now we are going to start the class. Here everything I has mentioned, all you are now about to become a professor. So here I have started only one level. There is nothing, no confusion that you have to join this and that. On one level I discussed and then started this rising professor. One level you have to join. If any of you want, here everything is mentioned. Okay, so let's start the class without having any delay. So here is the first question on your screen. In the Spanish tragedy, the proto-Hamlet figure in terms of meta-theatrical revenge is Lorenzo, Hieronimo, Bel Imperia, or Padre Gano. In the Spanish tragedy, the proto-Hamlet figure in terms of meta-theatrical revenge, you have to find out. Okay. So this is the mock test. We do not have to take much time, but we will have to solve the questions quickly. Okay. So correct answer of this question would be option B, Hieronimo. Okay. Next question we have. Next question. The messenger speech in Greek tragedy aligns with Anagnorisis, Peripeteia, Tableau, and Exodus. The messenger speech in Greek tragedy. Correct answer of this question would be option D, Exodus. All of them are related, but here, as per the question, correct answer would be D. Next, in Dr. Faustus, the most disputed scene between A and B text is the Helen of Troy scene, the Pope scene, the contract scene, or option D, the good angel, evil angel scene. In Dr. Faustus, it is a very popular play by Christopher Marlowe. Okay, remember the most disputed scene between A and B text. Correct answer of this question is option B, the Pope scene. Okay. Next question. The fourth wall theory is associated with. The fourth wall theory is associated with Richard Wagner, Dennis Diderot, Edward Gordon Craig, or Meyerhold. The fourth wall theory. Find out the correct answer. Fourth wall theory, there is a little bit confusion. So here, the fourth wall theory is actually associated with Andre, the name option I didn't check. I will add Andre Antonio. Fourth wall theory is associated with Andre Antonio Antoine. It's okay. Antoine. And after that, you have to remember that this theory originated and widely adopted in the naturalism movement, championed by this person, naturalism movement. This thing I want to just clear, okay, then we will move on. So Edward Gordon Craig and Adolf Epoy symbolist designers who reacted against naturalism and the rigid constants of realism and the fourth wall, but they are not associated, they reacted, okay, they reacted. Correct answer of this question would be Antony. Okay, so this thing you must remember about the fourth theory. The fourth wall theory is actually associated with the playwright, French naturalistic playwright and director Andre Antony. Okay, and here the name is mentioned Edward Gordon and Richard Wagner, Meyerhold. These are not associated. They specifically option C and option A, they were there, but they somehow were against naturalism and rigid constants of realism and the fourth wall. Okay, so this is the clarity. Let's move to next question. In Doll's House, the tarantella symbolizes ritual purification, Nora's liberation, sexual rebellion, or dramatic diversion only. By Henrik Ibsen, this work is very important for the exam perspective. So I hope you all have prepared. In A Doll's House, you have to find out the tarantella symbolizes ritual purification, Nora's liberation, sexual rebellion, or dramatic diversion only. So correct answer option B, Nora's liberation. Okay, Nora's struggle you will find in this work, the character. The morality play with fully developed psychomatia, everyman, mankind, castle of resolvents or wisdom. The morality play that fully developed with psychomatia. You have to find out the correct answer. I actually also prefer MCQs with explanations because it helps us to revise everything again and again, and by doing anything repeatedly it somehow store in our memory and also makes us to store them for the longer period of time. So that is actually a good thing for specifically the exam, such exam. So we will do that. So morality play here, the correct answer of this question would be option C, Castle of Preservance. Now let's move on to the next question. Hamartia in Aristotle is closest to intentional sin, moral flaw, error in judgment, it determined fate. Hamartia in Aristotle, very important. Anagnorisis peripete, you have to remember everything. Catharsis. Correct answer, it's option C, error in judgment. Next question we have. In Waiting for Godot, the tree change represents. It's a very important question. What does tree changes signifies? Minimalist scenography, objective correlative, existential metonymy, or temporal discontinuity. In Waiting for Godot, remember all the name of the characters: Vladimir, Estragon, Lucky, Pozo, and the one Godot who never appears in the play. By Samuel Beckett, the French title, the English title, when it is translated 56, 57. Okay, remember everything. And this is the absurdist play, existential theme, meaningless characters, meaningless plot, everything meaningless. And this is the absurd play. So here correct answer is option C, existential metonymy. Next question. Transitional new comedy character in Menander. Let me make it just get the. Okay. So transitional new comedy character in Menander. Moshian, Glycera, Smeargreens or Devious. Transitional new comedy character. It's option D, Devious. Okay, option D, Devious. Next question we have. GB Shaw's drama of ideas corresponds to epic theatre, discussion play, absurdist theatre, or comedy of a humors. George Bernard Shaw's play drama of ideas corresponds to its option B, discussion play. Okay, discussion play. Epic theatre related with the Bertolt Brecht, absurdist related with the Martin Eslin, comedy of humors. Ben Jonson. Okay, let's see the next question. Now, Marlowe's major experiment in Tamberlane is choral interruption, mighty line hyperextension, structural episodicity, or classical unities. Correct answer. Marlowe's major experiment in Tamberlane, Dew of Malta, Dr. Foster's, all the important works by him, must remember. So it's option C, structural episodicity is would be the correct answer. Next, the Duchess of Malfi heavily uses. Now, the questions are different. They are not only asking you the year, publication year, or the writer who authored, who play, who dramatizes, but you have to find out the different type of questions. Okay, so include each type of questions. Each type of questions will help you to understand the everything. So the Duchess of Malfi heavily uses dumb show, on stage torture, closest scene, or meta theatricality. Meta theatricality. The Duchess of Malfi. It's option B, on stage torture. Okay. Next question. The well-made play form is associated with Scribe, Strindberg, Chekhov, or Pinero. The well-made play form is associated with. It's option A, Scribe. Okay. Next question. Brett's alienation effect influenced by Bertolt Brecht's alienation effect influenced by Chinese acting, poor theatre, symbolism, or Sanskrit drama. Be quick with your answer and check how much you have prepared. Do add your score and comment. It will be helpful for you and it will also help you to analyze your performance so far, how much you have prepared. So, correct answer is option A, Chinese acting. Okay. Next question. First Indian dramatist to bring Ibsenic realism. Tagore, Asif Karimboy, Girish Karnad, or Kalasam, T.P. Kalasam. First Indian dramatist to bring Ibsenite realism. First Indian dramatist. Unit 1 drama we are doing. So it's option D, T.P. Kalasam is the correct answer. The first Indian dramatist who brought Ibsenite realism is T.P. Kalasam. Next question. Breaking string in the cherry orchid signifies failed auction, Lopakin's triumph, collapse of feudal memory, or fire's death. Breaking string in the cherry orchid signifies, what does it mean? What does it signify? It's option C, collapse of feudal memory. Okay. Next question we have pity and fear mechanism is central to Rasa theory, French neoclassicism, Aristotelian tragedy, or morality plays. Pity and fear. It's it's easy. Option C, catharsis. Option C, Aristotelian tragedy. Okay. Next, Parochana appears in prologue, benediction, increased development, or final resolution. Correct answer. Subscribe and share the channel if you are part of any group. If you know your friend is also preparing for the same content, the same subject, so you can share. Correct answer of this question is option A, prologue. Okay. Next question. Authoritative text of King Lear are quarto and folio, octavo and folio, quarto and octavo, quarto and manuscript. Authoritative text of King Lear are authoritative. I don't know when my throat is going to be normal. Since many days I've been suffering from this sore throat. But is the correct answer? It's option A, quarto and folio. Okay. Authoritative text of King Lear are quarto and folio. Next, in Murder in the Cathedral, the Tempest tempters a parallel purgatorial spirits, grace, wilderness, temptations, the knights, or the chorus. In Murder in the Cathedral, remember it's a very popular work, a popular drama by T.S. Eliot, who is a great literary critic. But before that, he was great essayist, poet, Anglo-British, Anglo-American. So in Murder in the Cathedral, correct answer option B, Christ, wilderness, temptations. Okay. Next question we have Trickster in Commedia dell'arte. Trickster in Commedia dell'arte is Second Capitano, Columbiana, Pantalone, or Alessino. Correct answer. Texture in Commedia dell'arte is option D, Arlecchino. Okay. Next question. Painter's silence mainly acts as a metrical device, psychological weapon, structural filler, gesture toward realism. Painter's silence mainly acts as. Let all the students inform for this mock test. Questions are different. You can see. Correct answer of this question is option B, psychological weapon. Painter silence mainly act as a psychological weapon. Next, inner thought device you have to now find out. Aside, monody, soliloquy, or tableau vivant. Inner thought device. Literary terms are very important. Okay, you have to get through the definition for the matchology questions. So correct answer is option A, aside, inner thought device. Okay. Next question we have. Oedipus realization moment is a catastrophe, anagnorisis, exposition, exodus. Oedipus realization moment is, you have to find out. You will quickly find the answer if you know the definition of all these terms. Oedipus realization, it's option B, anagnorisis. Okay. Next question. Metalepsis in drama means violating temporal logic, dialectic boundary crossing, chorus entering with props, or deity prologue. Metalepsis in drama means. It's option B, dialectic boundary crossing. Okay. Next question. I hope you are getting your right answer and quickly comment in the live comment section. And also at the end of the class, you can comment your score, how much you have scored, how much you got correct answers. Blood and Thunder melodrama peaked in Jacobean theatre, Victorian theatre, Restoration period, or Edwardian era. Blood and Thunder melodrama. Blood and For this, you have to remember the theme of all the ages, and for that, you have to go to the poetry class, which is in very much in depth. The correct answer of this question is it's option B, Victorian theatre. Okay, Blood and Thunder melodrama you will find in the Victorian age. Next, symbolic recurrence in blood wedding. Sea, moon, cross, or fire. Symbolic recurrence in blood wedding. It's option B, moon. Let's finish fast. Next is central innovation of poor theatre. Elaborate sets, actor audience intimacy, unity, adherence, or music. Central innovation of poor theatre. It's option B, actor audience intimacy. Okay. Next question. Where is the option D? It's threshold. Okay. Threshold chronotope most visible in The Hairy Ape, Riders to the Sea, at the Hawk's Well, or Sweeney Agonist. Threshold chronotope most visible in. Threshold, it's option D. Option D, Sweeney Agonist. Okay. Next question we have 30 questions we have about to finish. We are about to finish. So Top Girls disrupts realism using non-linear time, open choruses, symbolist monologues, or verse interludes. Top Girls disrupts realism using correct answer is option A, non-linear time. Okay. Next question we have in Greek tragedy, the function of the chorus develops significantly in which playwright's works becoming more independent and reflective. At the end of there are more than 100 questions. So in between or in the middle of the questions, from the middle of the questions, you will find the statement based chronology and matching questions. So stay tuned. Do watch the video till end. Okay. Do not escape. Many of you know, you think that this is the premiering, so many of you skip. It's a live class. If you will comment, if you will ask anything, I'm available during the live premiere session. So you can ask and I will quickly answer. After that, it takes time to get your answer or comment, see your comment. Huh? So that's why. During the life, no, the teachers are available. So in Greek tragedy, the function of the chorus developed significantly in which playwrights were becoming more independent and effective. Aeschylus, Sophocles, Euripides, Aristophanes. In Greek tragedy, for this, do watch all the classes unit wise. Correct answer is option B is the correct answer. Now let's move to the next. The Spanish tragedy profoundly influenced Shakespeare's revenge tradition. Who wrote it? Thomas Kidd, John Lyly, George Peele, Thomas Nash. The Spanish tragedy, it's option A. Thomas Kidd is the correct answer. Next, in classical Sanskrit drama, which term refers to the permanent emotion? That is sthai bhava, underlying the rasa. Dhvani, vibhav, bhav, or anubhav. In classical Sanskrit drama, which term refers to the permanent emotion? Permanent emotion. So it's option C, bhav. That is emotion. Next, in Waiting for Godot, Becky uses anti-logic and circular dialogues to represent what dramatic concept? Meta theater, theater of the absurd, epic theater, naturalism. Anti-logic. So it's option B, theater of the absurd. Okay. Next, now questions are getting longer. The concept of alienation effect is most closely associated with which of Brett's theoretical writings on dramatic art, short organum for the theatre, notes on Stanislavski, or the theatre of the cruelty. The concept of alienation effect, epic theatre, remember. Bertolt Brecht. So correct answer. Quickly comment your answer. Don't get wet. So it's option B, short organum for the theatre. Okay. Next, in Murder in the Cathedral, the knight's speech after Beckett's death is an example of liturgical drama, ironical epilogue, mask technique, or choric intervention. In Murder in the Cathedral, the knight's speech after Beckett's death is an example. You have to find out which one of the four options could be the correct one. So it's option B, ironical epilogue. Next, which restoration comedy convention focuses on sexual politics, wit, and social hypocrisy? Tragic comedy, comedy of manners, farce, or morality play? Which restoration comedy? So it's option B, comedy of manners. Next question. Cuba, Media, and the Trojan Women are tragedies known for emphasizing civic duty, romantic conflict, female suffering, and moral ambiguity, divine intervention. Hecuba, Medea, and the Trojan women are tragedies known for. So it's option C, female suffering and moral ambiguity. Next question, Henrik Ibsen's dramaturgy is often characterized as epic and didactic, naturalistic with psychological depth, symbolist and mystical, expressionist. Henrik Ibsen's dramaturgy is often characterized as epic and didactic. So it's option B, naturalistic with psychological depth would be the correct answer. Next, which dramatist introduced plastic theatre, integrating lighting, sound, and space as emotional extensions? So option A, Eugene O'Neill. Option B, Harold Pinter. Option C, Tennessee Williams. And option D, Edward Albee. Which dramatist? Plastic theatre. There is an absurd theatre, there is an alienation theatre, there is an theatre, and now there is a plastic theatre. Seriously, I'm correct answer. It's a plastic theatre is introduced by option C, Tennessee Williams. Okay. Next, in Othello, which character functions as the structural catalyst for the play's tragic momentum? This is catalyst is by T.S. Eliot's very popular term. Emilia, Cassio, Iago, or Barbentio. In Othello, which character functions as the structural catalyst for the play's tragic momentum? It's option C, Iago. Okay. Next, the term catharsis originally meant enlightenment, cleansing, awakening, or transcendence. See here how it returns. So this is what in medical term also catharsis related to. So it's option B, cleansing, okay, purgation. Next, the dramatic form that uses masks, improvisation, and stock character is no theater, commedia dell'arte, Kyogen, or Banraku. The dramatic form that uses mask. So it's option B, commedia dell'arte. Okay. Next, the structure of Pygmalion it follows which dramatic model? Comedy of manners, problem play, farce, drawing room comedy. The structure of Pygmalion by G.V. Shaw. It's a very popular work and important all the characters. Pygmalion follows which dramatic model? So it's option B, problem play. Okay, Pygmalion by G.B. Shaw is a problem play. Next question: the concept of a subtext in drama is most associated with Chekhov, Shaw, Galsworthy, or Wilde. Oscar Wilde and Chekhov, G.B. Shaw. Subtext in drama is most associated with. It's option A, Anton Chekhov. Okay. Next question: in Sanskrit drama, the Nandi refers to. Don't get. Final exit, benediction, stage direction, interlude. In Sanskrit drama, the Nandi refers to, it's option B, benediction. Okay. Next question we have the dramatic tradition that influenced Japanese no theater most, romance farce, Buddhist ritual, Kathakali, or Sanskrit Natya. The dramatic tradition that influenced Japanese no theater, mostly associated with option D, Sanskrit Natya. Next question, the play that exemplifies expressionist drama, The Hairy Ape, She Stoops to Conquer, Top Girls, Everyman. Do quickly comment all these writers' name in the comment section. The play that exemplifies expressionist in drama, it's very popular. It's option A, The Hairy Ape by Eugene O'Neill. This work is very important. Next, the restoration comedy is mainly characterized by morality instruction, witty sexual intrigue, domestic realism, historical allegory. Restoration comedy is mainly characterized by. So its restoration comedy is mainly characterized by option B, witty sexual intrigue. Okay. Next, 50 mock test. Shall we go with 100 or 50? Oh, none of you even tell. So, the earliest surviving Greek tragedy is the Persians' media Agamemnon. It's Agamemnon or Seven Against Thebes. Agamemnon. Agamemnon, not Agamemnon. Agamemnon, the Persians' media or the Seven Against the Thebes. The earliest surviving Greek tragedy you have to find out. I think all these questions, there should be the explanation also because there are a lot of questions from the ancient drama. So, they need to be clarified, specifically the beginners. So correct answer is it's option A, the Persians. Okay. Next question number 51. Play featuring the play within play most centrally the Spanish tragedy Volpone, Faust, or Samson Against. Play that features the play within play most certainly type of or the play is here. You have to find out which play has. You will find the play within play. So it's option A. Okay. Option A, the Spanish tragedy by Thomas Kidd. Now next question. The technique of objects becoming symbols of psychological states characterizes naturalism, expressionism, neoclassical, or farce. Or here is the answer. You have seen already. So it's option B, expressionism. Okay. Objects becoming symbols of psychological states. Now let's move to the next question. Yorick's skull scene in Hamlet is located in. Important question. Okay. Yorick's skull scene in Hamlet is located in which scene? Which act? Act 1, 2, 4, or 5? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Quickly, quickly, quickly. Do comment your answer. Um, So it's option D, Act 5 you will find. Okay, Yorik's skull scene you will find in the option D, Act 5 scene. Next, the chorus in Greek tragedy primarily represents the gods, democratic community, family lineage, or soldiers. The chorus in Greek tragedy primarily represents chorus in Greek tragedy. So it's option B, democratic community is the correct answer. Next, let's do the 60. Okay. The dramatic unities were revived and strictly enforced in Jacobean England, medieval Europe, French neoclassicism, or Victorian theatre. If any of you want that there should be the explanation of all these questions, you have to let me inform. You have to comment, okay? And not only one or two, but at least few. Then I will be pressurized. So it's option C, French neoclassicism. Classicism. The dramatic unities were revived and strictly enforced in French neoclassicism. Next, comedy equals criticism. Reflects the philosophy of Dryden, Molière, Sheridan, Goethe. Goethe. Comedy equals criticism. It's option B, Molière. Next, in Macbeth, the Potter scene is classified as comic relief, foreshadowing, intermezzo, or dumb show. In Macbeth, the fourth witch is Lady Macbeth himself. Already, we have three witches in the play. Remember the character Macbeth, Lady Macbeth, three witches. It is also by Hamlet, sorry, Shakespeare. Hamlet, I'm saying. How funny. So in Macbeth, the Potter scene is classified as its option B, foreshadowing. Okay. Next, the two brother in Waiting for Godot are the two brothers in Waiting for Godot are option Vladimir and Estragon, Pozo and Lucky, Cain and Abel, and Gogo and Didi. So it's option A, Vladimir and Estragon. Next, which play is prime example of Jacobean revenge tragedy? The Alchemist, The Changeling, Arden of Faversham, or She Stoops to Conquer? Which play is a prime example of Jacobean tragedy, Jacobean revenge tragedy? Quickly comment your answer, everybody. Epic theater. So it's option B, the changeling, okay? The revenge tragedy, changeling. Now let's see the question number 60. Epic theater rejects a montage, catharsis, gestures, or narration. Epic theater. Plays, remember the cycle plays about MCQs, about cycle plays MCQs I have uploaded because Wakefield cycle, York cycle, cycle, Wakefield, York, these are the name of the places that all in specifically the people perform by roaming around in the cities and specific cities they were performing those places. That is why these places are known as York cycle place, Wakefield cycle place, and so on. So correct answer of this question is option B, catharsis. Okay. So today we have done that 60 mock test of 60 mock test of Unit 1 drama. Okay. We will continue this series because all the units we will finish. Okay, from 1 to 10 will do, and apart from this MCQs with a detailed explanation I'm going to bring, and also these apart from this the last moment preparation unit wise mock test, the first thing you do, second MCQs practice with explanation, second thing, third thing, concentrate and do focus only specifically on those topics like you have literary criticism, literary theory, literary terms, linguistic part is also important. So all these should be your major topics for the last moment. Okay, do concentrate. So how do you like these questions? Do comment. Let's meet in the next class that we will have a MCQs with an explanation. Okay, thank you so much for joining everybody. Do take care of yourself and bye bye.